Alright, I'm back. I am soaked, but I am back. I don't know why the delivery person felt the need to put it at the end of the driveway instead of at my house, but whatever. I guess they also didn't want to get wet. Whew. Guess that does it for all the mandatory tasks. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pooped. Me too, Elliot. Me too. Same. I don't venture out onto highways very often. The two of you sure seem okay, though. Well, my hometown is in the countryside, too, so I'm kind of used to this. And with all the training Lara does, I imagine this is probably nothing for her. Indeed. I find this level of exercise to be quite manageable. However... What is it? No, I'm sure it's nothing. I believe we should return to the inn now, should we not? Yeah, let's. I'm guessing Instructor Sarah is still there. She is so drunk at this point. So drunk. We can give our report and also ask her a bit more about the purpose behind these field studies. That would definitely be good to know. She hasn't told us anything about what's happening tomorrow either. I imagine more of the same, Elisa. Alright then, let's head back to town. Sarah would never, she's a responsible adult. Wait, where is town? I'm directionally challenged. That way. Got it. Well, at least I won't have to water my plants tonight. That's something. Don't worry, you'll respectfully walk drunk Sarah to her bed. Oh. Okay. Where did Jake go? Small child, where is Jake? Quit it already. Hurry up and give me my notebook back. Who are you? Oh. I didn't see him dancing over here. What is he doing? I'm not being beaten by some city kid. Come get it if you can, dummy. Children are the worst. Let me talk to the child, not the cat. Not again. Stop fighting, you two. Wait. Is the hidden quest now? Oh, well. If it is, too late. Don't give crap. The one paid. What's going on? It sounds like something's happening over at the market. Oh, it's after these scenes. Oh, good. There appears to be some manner of dispute occurring. I wonder what's up. Should we go take a look? Yeah, let's go and see. Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for this spot. Look, I've even got the permit for it, so stop lying to me and vamoose. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way? There seems to be some question over which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up his stall. The young merchant over there is a local, while the merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province's ruling lord. Oh, so for Celdic, that would be... this isn't good. We must stop them. Okay, Lara, just knock them both out. Oh. Who are you? Unhand me at once. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. I don't know. It might. To the victor go the spoils, or whatever the phrase is. You both need to calm yourselves. You've been worked into a rage. Ugh. Bah. You feel like 90% of the problems of this field trip could just be solved on the spot? No. If Juicy was here, no. Is that what we're calling him from now on? What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. We're having a mature discussion here, and I'll thank you not to interfere. Yeah, you looked real mature there. Since when was grabbing a person by the neck considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you say to me? You heard me. Violence isn't the answer, violence is a question, and the answer is yes. There you go. We're students from Thor's Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field study. And while we are not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public space. A military academy. Ugh, so they're a bunch of soldiers in training. What in Adios' name is happening here? Oh, now look what you've done. Manager Otto. I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall, is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expire at the same time, too. What's the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it here is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I don't know, it's kind of a free show. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I'll need to ask you both to put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay. I guess. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's going to be fine now, though. Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help defuse the situation. Though I suppose I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7 I've heard so much about. Oh? How do you know about Class 7? My name is Otto. I'm the manager of Keldix Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you, if you'd be so kind as to come along. I'll treat you to some tea. I like tea. I want tea. Heinz gets to keep it? Why does Heinz get to keep it? So you were responsible for choosing our assignments? Indeed. Principal Van Dyke is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hands. And I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. I'm just glad we got there when we did. So, both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market? That's right. Both of their permits are genuine, but their merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually, they agreed to a compromise where they would each make use of the front stall on alternate weeks. The other stall we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far lower sales numbers. In a way, that makes sense, but it looked like the one in the back was right next to, like, the eatery rest area, and I thought that stores near eating areas typically did better because, you know, everyone's gotta eat. That's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I must admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For a mistake such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. Yeah, Eustace, get it together. That's true. It's a lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Croizon province is ruled by Duke Alberea, one of the 4 most powerful nobles in the entire country. But lately, the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit complicated. Man, when I heard this game was voiced in English, I thought I'd be doing less reading. I feel like I'm doing more reading. Complicated? A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly. And with a larger percentage of their profits being taken from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. Huh. I've never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course. I've even gone to Bereahard numerous times to petition the Duke personally. But they always just drive me away at the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting they might be getting careless when dealing with the market, or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems? I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions. So, Otto never actually managed to speak to an actual member of the Duke's household? Sounds to me like this is all third-party nonsense. But I will say that before all this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So, mediating arguments which threaten that status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. Correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourselves with it. You need to be focused on your field study. And I'll have a new list of tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. You will? So you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then? That's right. I've got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least, I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. Yeah, I took down a scary dinosaur. I got this. Alright, hidden quest time. You have anything else to say? Sorting our problems at the Grand Market is our responsibility. You don't need to worry yourselves about it. More importantly, I'd recommend returning to the inn for today. There's no doubt that you're all tired after today, so it would be best to rest up for tomorrow. Otto went to Bereahard yesterday in order to try and appeal the tax increase, but it seems they never even gave him the time of day yet again. This really is a problem. If only there was something we could do for the merchants. Oh, you just have like a loft bedroom. Interesting. All right, well, goodbye. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control. And as long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of House Albarea. The current head is Eustace's dad, right? So couldn't we ask Eustace for some help? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. And since the Albareas represent one of the 4 great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the 4 great houses. Guess that's a no, then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent. Excellent. Look at you walking in a straight line. I'm so proud. Instructor Sarah, what brings you here? How are you not drunk? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B is not getting anything done, as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B now? The town of Parm is a considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. You 4 are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Adios be with you. I'll be looking forward to your reports. She just wants to be able to drink on the train alone. Sounds right. I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn. Can she read minds or something? I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night in any case. No can do, Lara. We have a quest to find. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. And I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. All right, the hunt is on. Hi, child. You're a store? What do you sell? Oh, I have this. Interesting. Okay, you guys, I think we're just tourists. Yeah, you don't really have anything. I guess let's check the market first. Okay. I take part in the spring market every year, but never before have the taxes been this sky high. Just what in the world is going through Duke Albarea's mind? This is a form of tyranny, if you ask me. It's cowardly. I can't exactly say that in front of those provincial army guys, however. Cutscene? Did I find it already? All right, troops, how's it going? Are you all learning much out here? I think that's out. For the most part, yes. It's serving as a reminder that we still have quite the ways to go. However, we have every intention of making the most out of this experience. That's what I like to hear. I'm actually about to get started on our evening sale here, so I'll give you all a wee discount if... Wait a minute. I think I just had a belter of an idea. Okay, what might that be? Right. I know you'll all be tired after your hard work today, but any of you fancy having a wee go at running the store for a bit? Oh God. Are you sure? Oh, aye, it's fine. How did I find this hidden quest, like, immediately, and then the one from last time took, like, hours to find? This line of work's all about having the skills to negotiate well, so it'd be some good experience for you all. So how about it? It's certainly an interesting proposal. Sure. If you're willing to let us do it, then I don't see why not. Good to hear. Let's get started right away then. I mentioned that I was about to get started on our evening sale, didn't I? It might be a wee bit tough, but I'd like you to handle it. That does sound kind of rough. The idea behind it's simple enough, at least. All you need to do is give appropriate discounts to make a sale. Oh no, I have to haggle? The amount you discount varies, but sometimes you'll be talking up to half price. Half price? That's a lot. Is it even possible to make a profit by doing that? It doesn't always work out. I've even went into the red a few times thanks to it. Then why are you doing it? But even then, I still think doing it's worthwhile. Worthwhile enough to even send yourself into the red? Yeah. My personal philosophy is that the amount of sales you make is more important than how much you make. How are you still in business? The more sales you make, the more happy customers you've got. That doesn't matter if you're not making any money. I mean, yay, your customers are happy, but again, how are you still in business? And if you got more and more customers walking away happy, then your store is going to have a good reputation. So basically, it all ends up benefiting you in the long run. Assuming you can stay afloat through multiple days of being in the red. I see where you're coming from. Though there's nothing to say that I'm 100% correct. Oh, yes. I mean to say, how do you all feel about handling the store separately at different times? I'm okay with it, but any particular reason why? Well, there's no harm in competing with each other, is there? Think of each other as rivals and try as hard as you can to win. That does seem like an effective way to motivate oneself. I don't know about you guys, but sales aren't exactly my forte. Guess I'll take it as a learning experience. It does sound like it'll be fun though. Can I ask if there's any specific guidelines when it comes to giving discounts though? I assume how much of a discount you can offer differs based on the type of goods being sold. Ah, spot on. I've split everything up into fresh goods and processed goods. Fresh goods speak for themselves, really. You'll want to get them sold out as quick as you can. That being said, you're free to make these up to half price if it comes to it, just so we can get them all sold. Okay, so you want to sell the fresh things, but you can go down to half price. This is a very involved hidden quest. Processed goods won't expire like fresh ones though, so there's no point in discounting them too much. Okay. Processed goods, not as big a discount. You can't just sell them at full price. So 20% off is the max you should go. Okay. So fresh goods can be sold for as much as 50% off, while processed goods can only be sold at up to 20% off. Got it. Here's hoping I remember that. Me too, Elliot. Me too. Oh, don't be shy to bump prices up a wee bit either. Deciding when the best time to do that, though, is all up to you lot. One can assume doing so all depends on how well we negotiate with each customer then. Aye. Now that that's sorted, let's get started. It doesn't matter what order you all go in, but how about you go first? Oh, that's fine with me. That settles it. Let's see what you're made of then, Reen. I wish you luck. Thanks. Here's hoping it goes well. Oh god.